The news of Ukrainian media agency is on the air due to the recent events on the global stage, particularly the meeting of the presidents of Ukraine and the United States in the White House. We have invited the person whose team specializes in strategic communication, leading delegation to the UK Parliament, various international legal summits, as well as to the US Congress and global human rights conferences, ensuring that Ukraine's voice is heard globally. Welcome, Jane Aliyeva, the head of Mama Metrix Group. It's great to see you again in our studio. And so what it was, I'm talking about the Trump-Zelensky meeting in the Oval Office, this huge scandal after this meeting.
We need to remember the past events. It seems like it was a year ago, but recently when Mr. President Trump was assassinated, or there was an attempt of an assassination, he said, "Fight, fight, fight." And those exact words were stated when he left the White House and talked to the media straight after the conflict with President Zelensky. And he said, Zelensky, all he wants is fight, fight, fight.
He's looking for something that I'm not looking for. He's looking to go on and fight, fight, fight.
All these nasty Ukrainians want to fight, which is true, because when your life is at stake, isn't it what you said, Mr. President, that we need to fight for it, for our right to live? And that's what we're actually doing here, and that's what the world is connected and united all around Ukraine, because we are fighting for our life, and we can't give up on our lives, on the lives of our children.
My new Trump fragrances are here. They make a great Christmas present. I've named them Fight, Fight, Fight.
Do you think is it dangerous to participate in the future possible meeting between Trump and Zelensky? For our president, I mean.
That's a good question. I think our president is risking his life on a daily basis. I don't think it will stop Ukrainian president from traveling to the US. I think that it will depend on how American media will react to what happened, and as we can see, the reaction is split into two.
Yeah. According to your answer, we have this media support of Ukrainian position among the maybe half of the global media, especially European media, as well as American media. But what about Ukrainian children? Yeah, more than 700,000. Yeah.
Yeah, as Russian authorities are stating, we have identified, as the Ukrainian government have identified about 20,000 of children located in Russia, but that's not all. And I think we need to start with the long-term strategy, which is not even there. Our children are being, in my opinion, absolutely ignored at the moment, because we are at ridiculous numbers of losing potentially hundreds of thousands of children to Russia because they kidnapped them. I'm really hoping that the new CIA chief would be interested into helping Ukraine to identify these kids, because this is not a Ukrainian problem. This is a global problem. Ukraine is not scared to have more agents on the ground. We know how to deal with them. We have a war with them.
Yeah.
And it's much more difficult to enter Ukraine because we know what to prepare for. Is America prepared to have additional thousands to what, I don't remember, stated 19,000 Russian agents globally today? This number will raise because we will have Ukrainian heritage young people used by Russian propaganda, militarized, brainwashed, bullied, raped. I don't know what else they're doing with our children. And they will use them on the planes. They will use them for other missions.
And they will have a bomb in their bags, on a plane, for example.
Unfortunately, it is an option. I am not that certain that NATO countries are prepared for that big amount of potential force, as kids who would grow up and would be taught how to hate everything but Russia, being Ukrainian, with Ukrainian blood, taking from their parents or taking from orphanages, or their parents were killed in some Mariupol or anywhere else. If they're lucky, they will be used as a agent network around the world. If they're not lucky, it's human trafficking and organs matter. And I'm very, very curious, again, if the new CIA chief and other world leaders in defense sectors would actually take care of this problem and would actually start connecting dots, because this is what we're facing in the next 5 years.
Okay, what about media? Media cooperation, especially of Ukrainian different authorities and Ukrainian journalists and culture activists. I have to come back to the topic of the difficult decision from the Ministry of Culture of Ukraine, which bans the broad activity of Ukrainian journalists and media also, and Ukrainian cultural activists.
I think that Ministry of Culture should reconsider to use this force, because it is a force, to...
Like media force?
Yeah, to scale up our international relations.
For example, we have this Ukrainian Union of Journalists, the biggest organization which unites all of the journalists. How the government has to use this organization in order to maximize this media support abroad by the Ukrainian journalists, I mean.
Well, strategy and coordination is the key, because we need to know what we're doing. And if government supports media activities, then we will have some coordination, we will have some actions in time. And I'm sure that it will be definitely more productive than what we're having today, because we do need some diplomatic support from all the sources we can get, and media is the first source of information for any person that is interested in what's happening in the world. And I think we could use this strategically coordinated and support our Ukrainian voices abroad. Right now we're focused on the Freedom Summit. This is annual second event that one of the clients organizes in the DC. The Borderlands Foundation, it's an American foundation that supports veterans. Indeed, they do support Ukrainian veterans and other foreign defenders of Ukraine. So the 6-day summit in DC will be dedicated to 3 topics. A 3-day conference, it's economic, defense, and veterans policies.
What media support do you need for the media spreading of these events abroad?
We're talking about bringing Ukrainian veterans who would be taught how to play golf on prosthesis, guys who lost limbs, and then they will participate in the golf tournament in the DC with US veterans. And businessmen around the world who will bring some hope, will bring some courage to our veterans. And we do hope that this event will bring together people who are like-minded and think that we do need to fight for freedom and for lives when someone is trying to kill us in our own house. So this is the focus of Mama Metrix for the next 3 months. And then we're considering doing another conference in London, Veterans Affairs.
Thank you very much for this conversation. Jane Aliyeva, the head of Mama Metrix Group, was the guest of the News of Ukraine agency. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.